Please give it up for Richelle Meiss.
About a year ago, my boyfriend of 7 months, Chris, broke up with me. Thank you. I asked him why, and he said that he never developed strong romantic feelings for me. I was like, dang, what happened to it's not you, it's me? Let's bring that back, you know? That was nice. I did have a hunch that it was going to happen, though, because out of nowhere, he had decided he was going to get abs. It's never a good sign. No one in love needs a six-pack, right? But the truth is, he had kind of been dragging his feet the whole time. Like, I had asked him if he wanted to be exclusive, and he replied that he needed more time, which felt a lot like me asking him, am I lovable? And him answering, jury's out. And he wasn't very good at compliments. Like, I would tell him all the time that he was hot, and he would tell me that I'm kind. Listen, hindsight, right? But I really loved him. Okay, I was 36 at the time. This is embarrassing, but he was my first official boyfriend since college. And it was just such a welcome break from my loneliness. It was so fun having someone to send memes to and, watch movies with. And I was even pretending to like football. I bought a $400 ticket to a football game. Oh, God. But when he broke up with me, he said he wanted to keep me in his life. And he said, can we keep hanging out? And I said, absolutely not. I said, you break up with me, you lose the privilege of having me around. And then I gave him the present I had bought him for his upcoming birthday. And showed him the door. And then I cried for a day in front of the girls that I nanny. And they were so appalled. I'm like, you cry in front of me every day. And I gave Chris a call and I said, listen, let's go on one final date. Ooh, been there, huh? So the next night, Chris comes over. His eyes are red from crying. I look good, okay? Picture it. And he comes over, gives me a bottle of wine. I'm opening it up. He grabs me in a hug, sobbing, and he goes, are we gonna be able to have fun tonight? And I'm like, yeah, I think we will. And we drank some wine. We walked to the Grove, which is a great spot, and don't knock it. We watched a movie there, which we love to do, uber romantic one, Megan. Remember that? But this time, he didn't leave me in the concession line to go sit in the theater. He held me the whole time in line, and he was staring at my face like he was trying to memorize every line, and I was like, this is the best! And we held hands through the whole movie, shoving popcorn in our faces, laughing, having the best time. And then we walk home, and instead of going straight home, we stop at the Kibitz Room, another great spot. And it's attached to Cantor's. You gotta go if you haven't been. It's the diviest dive bar of all time. And we go up to the bar, and we go, we're breaking up! And everybody cheered for us. And they bought us so many shots. And And a couple drinks in, I lean over to Chris. I'm like, I'm never gonna touch another guy. I'm like, I'm going to a nunnery. And the drunk girl next to me leans over and she's like, you guys aren't breaking up, are you? And I knew in my head that we weren't. And I'm planning what I'm gonna say to my friends when I tell them that, yeah, he made a mistake and we got back together. And then as we were at the bar, a band had come in. This is real. A band had come in and set up, and they were playing the Rolling Stones song, I Used to Love Her. And they were repeating, it had to have been 50 times that last line, because I used to love her, but it's all over now. And we were dancing, me and him, to that. We were like, woo! And I tore the balloons off the stage, and I'm dancing with the balloons. I was like, this is like a movie. And he goes, look at everyone else in the bar. And we turned around, and everyone was looking at us like this. We had fun. And then we stumbled home, and he stayed over like he had, 100 times before. And I woke up in the morning, and I rolled over and smiled, played with his curly hair, great hair. And he started crying, and he said, I'm gonna miss you so much. I was like, you're not gonna change your mind? And it was my worst fear realized. I had the most fun night. I had showed him the best side of me. I gave him everything that I thought I could give, and it still wasn't enough. And it crushed me. I'm ashamed to say that we did have a couple more final dates. Each one more epic than the last, and each goodbye more heartbreaking. Then Halloween this year comes, okay? And I'm looking good. I hadn't been able to eat. I was so depressed, and you know it. Man, you can't get your hands on semaglutides. Try working your way through the 5 stages of grief, Maybe not. I'm dressed as a sexy Pee Wee Herman. Let your imagination fill in the blanks there. I'm at a Halloween party, having fun. Guess who's there? My ex. Not Chris, my ex from before that. Twist. He goes, Richelle, you unblocked me on Instagram. I was like, listen, it's been 4 years, who cares? He goes, that meant so much to me. He had discarded me just as callously as Chris had, and he said, I am so sorry. He said, I was so immature. I've been through a lot of therapy, and I just want to apologize. And I was like, oh my God, are you saying it's not you, it's me? It was music to my ears. It was so healing, because I realized all along that the problem hadn't been whether or not I was lovable. It was whether or not I loved myself enough to put my self-worth into the hands of people who deserved it. I wish I had a stronger ending to that. I will say, this is what I hope for me in the future. I used to love emotionally unavailable men, but it's all over now.
Richelle.